Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so we got part two on this Porsche with the coil seals or coil tube, sorry, the spark plug tube seal leaks. I have some of the parts. I don't have yet the spark plugs or the oxygen sensors, but I'm going to remove them and start working on removing the tube seals because we need to. Well, you can either order the tool for or make one out of a bolt. I have actually going through some of the forums and stuff like that and find that that's probably the easiest way to go. So let's just start with this. All right, I hope that is a good capture. I hope not to be too much on the way from you, for you guys to see good. I'm gonna have also a headlight, so let's see how it goes. Okay, let me unplug that oxygen sensor here so we can see better. It's gonna be a little hard. So full of oil. Let me check how is that gonna be with me there. All right, check the camera and it looks like I'm not that much of the way. So let's see again. Usually what I found easier is you push and then press and then go down. Because I know I am releasing it. All right, so get my mirror there. See if I can see. Promise with all this oil here that connector itself is not releasing it in the tab. So what I usually do is with the pick, see how easy that went. So hopefully that is in the camera. I just go on the tab and then release the tab that I'm about, like, I mean, you're supposed to push with your fingers in here, which as you can see now is moving. But, with the pick it's easier and then you just pull it out. All right, so let me get this one out of here. So no matter what, I'm going to replace this oxygen sensors. It looks like this sensor is actually damaged. It's probably, rubbing onto something. One of the heater wires is exposed. It's not corroded because all this oil helped them to stay. But just with a 22 millimeter, sometimes this is not hard. You see, that was very easy, very easy. So moving this is going to make let us see better, and for me have a little bit more room, so we can put this on the side. As I'm used to, I usually have a table with me. Let me actually bring it closer. And I have the tubes. We got this one from AutoZone. So this is the package number. Hopefully that shows up in there better. And this is exactly what you're looking for. So this is the spark plug tube and the two O-rings, the seal. All right, so let's get one of those coils out. I'm gonna have to get that connector for the O2 out of there as well. That is the 10 millimeter. That is just holding the connection in place. Steady there. Oops. Second, guys. So much oil. So for the other thing, I'm gonna need a now one. Like a 6 millimeter, probably. Nope, that was not. Let's try with a 5. Yep, that's the one. It's perfect. it's not all the way in. Make sure always that if my hand is not too much on the way, especially with with the Allens. Make sure that your socket is all the way in before you damage it. All right, we got one out. All right, let's see how we disconnect those coils. Looks like I bolt up top, so not just one. Yep. And make sure your socket is all the way in. Usually keep a rag to clean my hands so I don't get all my tools full of grease. So we can get this connector on top and probably sitting in there. Perfect, that works out. And let me see that connector. Just pulling the rubber boot and disconnect. That was easy. Okay, we got one coil out. Not so bad. It's just full of oil on the outside, but the inside looks very clean. And with the mirror, let's check that. So we definitely need to get that spark plug out. Not sure if it's a 5/8 or a 14. So let me go and get both sockets, and I'll be right back. All right, good. I put another light in there so we can see better. I need this 5/8 socket for the spark plug. So it's actually very loose. Get this out of here and use the ratchet, the cordless one. I don't know why all these microphones pick up the ratcheting noise or hammering more than your voice. I'm using the AirPods for this, and I also noticed that they're very directional. So as long as I move my face away, it will not be so bad. So this is the spark plug. They look very clean. Hopefully that shows up in there. I recommend a customer might as well, install new plugs, and look like whoever did the job before was very good because they put grease. So compliments to the mechanic that worked in here before. It wasn't me. Alright, so we got one out. Now we need to get that tube. Let's see. Alright, let me put together the bolt that I need for this, and I'll be right back with you guys on the video. So I don't make the video longer. Alright guys, so I have this tool that I use in order to remove bushings. Um, this is like a 1 inch to 1.5 inch or 1.25 inch, sorry. So the way this works is you screw it and then it starts to expand. So let me show you with one of the boots. Give me 1 second, because I know I have it out, but I don't know where I put it now. Okay, 1 second, guys. I don't know where to put it. All right, I've got a tube. Um, So the way this is going inside there is obviously the small O-ring in the inside and the big one outside. So the idea is to fit this puller, tie them up. You don't have to like break it because all you need is to grab it, and then with a pry bar, this is not even the right nut for it, but a hole. So I'm looking to put a pry bar in and slowly pull it out. So let's see how it goes. So as you can see, it grab. So I need to release and release. All right, so see how it goes. And that's why also you need to remove the spark plug from the hole so you can get a better run in there. Oh, that was easy. Well, this one definitely came out like nothing because of the same thing. It's not even sealing. So this is how they look in there. That was nice and easy. And we now release this and release the tool. All right, so one thing that I want to do before I keep going, I'm going to remove the other two coils, and I wanted to clean this so I can work in a cleaner place. Because right now I got a lot of oil in my hands, and I don't want that to go transfer into my ratchets. Because Milwaukee ratchets, and it's not gonna know they got like this rubber boot that is built into the tool with oil, I guess, just destroyed. So um, let me stop the video, get those two coils out, and clean this up a little bit, and I get back with you guys. Okay, I finished cleaning. I removed the other two coils, and yeah, as you can see, that looks like a day and night compared to what it was. I just used, engine degreaser and brake cleaner, a wire brush, and then just blow some air to dry it up. But this is as clean as I wanted to get for this. So this one you saw before, I put it back just so I don't get the brake cleaner inside the engine. I get a rag. So we got one out that you saw before. That was with the other ones. It shouldn't be harder than this one. Gotta be careful not to break it. I can see, yep. Grab it and take him out. Perfect. So hopefully that is in there. So we have that. Get some extra light. It wasn't that hard. Again, you just release and that's it. What I was saying is hopefully that shows. It's like, see this, this is not going all the way to the back. So it's just grabbing like in here. That's what I'm saying, Don't over tighten because you might break the plastic and you don't want those pieces to get inside. Because let's see if I can show that with a mirror. But just on the side of these tubes, through the back cover, see if I can see myself and then show you guys. So let's see if I can get a better capture. But so this is inside the back cover. So as soon as you remove that tube, it's inside the engine. So you don't want to break it because if those pieces fall in, then you need to remove the back cover, which is an extensive job. I was reading labor-wise, it's like 8 hours for both sides. So my goal is to clean this very well. Let's get that last one out. It's for this side. I haven't touched the driver's side. Just tie it by hand. That's what I've been doing with this one, and shake it. It's it's all ringing, so they gotta move. And then we got the last one out. One very smooth. And honestly, I didn't remove the spark plug from these ones. So I left the old spark plugs in there, which with that tool that I got, I don't need to remove. I either going to replace because I'm getting new spark plugs. But if you are, I mean, if you don't want to replace them, you don't need to take it out. At least not with this tool. I will pause in the description and on the video itself where you can get this tool. It's actually not that expensive. And or there is another option. Um, you can use I forgot the name. It's like a rubber bushing with a washer on the back and in the front, and you tie them out. They use that to like close holes on the boats. And as far as I read it, it works very well too. I find this tool very helpful, and I already had it, so for me it's just perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to pause the video. Um, I'm going to set it up on the other side, see how it goes on the driver's side. And again, I gotta wait for the spark plugs to put everything back together. Not even going to check that. I mean, for the oxygen sensors, which I don't have either. Let's see how that kind of converter looks inside. I don't see any crack or nothing. So good. Okay, this is the tube installed. The horns they don't come installed, so come in the same bag. It's crazy, right? So I use this grease for the internal seal, the O-ring, because you don't install them dry. And I put a little coat of silicone, gray silicone, on the one on the outside. That's again my personal preference. I wanted to, and then for this, I'm going to use the same tool to install. So I wanted to get it as close as I can to installation because these O-rings are going to be bigger. So this is what you're looking for. Why am I putting a little bit of silicone in there to help the seal? This is not a brand new vehicle, so make sure that it's just a slight coat. The O-ring, as soon as you push it in, it's going to grab that silicone and push it outside, and it's going to create the seal externally. No silicone, or almost no silicone inside, which that's what I put a very tiny coat. Then we can remove this. As you can see, and hopefully the video shows that um, I have a little silicone showing all the way around that, and that's my goal. So let's get another one. I am opening the back. I got my still seal here. So let me put that together with you guys on the video. So that's the way it comes. So get the big one first from where the small one goes. Don't use it here because you will spend it too much. Or not a very hard rubber, let's say, but it's better to not stress the O-ring too much. So again, I use this engine assembled grease just for the inside O-ring, so it's not going to be twisted by being applied dry. Now let me grab the silicone and show this and do it with you guys. So again, just a very slight coat. Try to go on the back of the O-ring facing what will be the outside. You see what I mean? It's a very slight coat. Sorry, I always forgot that I gotta put this on the camera for you guys to see. So again, just a very tiny coat. Let me put the cover on the tube so it doesn't dry it up. Just the cap. All right, so that's just what we're looking for, right? So again, I put the tool, tie them in the plastic just by hand, bring the tube to the hole, and then slowly bring it in, kind of like twisting it a little bit so it goes in, and that's it. One nice thing is by me installing this now, it's probably going to be another day till I get the spark plugs and the oxygen sensor. So the silicone that I'm applying right there is going to have plenty of time to cure, which usually you need at least 12 hours. So this is perfect. Let me install the last one on this side. So same procedure, big one first, and the interior one. And the reason again for us to install with that grease and with the silicone is that if you don't, by being brand new O-rings, it might get stuck and it might twist it. And when it twists the O-ring, it will create a leak internally there. So if it leaks from here, it will leak on the spark plugs and then it will come out of here. If it leaks in here, it will drop the oil as we have on this case. Let me put the grease on the silicone. Doing this on my tool car, so it's easier and faster. I'm very glad that that tool works so well. The installation and removal tool. Because I mean, knowing the manufacturer, Forge, probably that tool is going to be $400. I'm just guessing, right? Okay, I got this one done, ready to be installed. Remember too, guys, as clean as you can work is the better. Your tools will stay clean, your hands will stay clean. I learned that from my father. My father, his name is Walter. He used to have he started shop in my country, and he was a very good mechanic. He's still alive, thanks God, and he's healthy. So is my mom, and he teach me to work like this. So it's very important to work clean. All right, so we're gonna bring this one inside. Then try to like for the inside, kind of like turn. You will feel on your hands when it goes in, and that's it. Perfect. All right, now we can release the tool, and this side's done. And let me get those spark plugs out, because I left the one on this side. Get the socket. Perfect. Gonna make enough room for that one. Let me show you at least this one. They're not really tight. I didn't want to remove those spark plugs without the tube because there's enough room in there to the bottom for that spark plug to drop and fall in. And you don't want that. Alright, so this is the other cylinder spark plug. I mean, you can see the electrode is wear out. Whoever installed it again did a good job. It has grease. Oops, sorry for that. Let me make sure just the guys are focused on the right spot. Yep. Okay. And let me see what I need to get that last one out. Actually, I can do it from the top. It's like barely tight. Spark plugs normally are tied in the same specs by manufacturer, so I will believe that this is like around 22 to 25 millimeters. With experience, you get that in your hands. It's kind of like you can feel it. I don't know how to describe it, but you can feel when something is turning by the torque or just breaking. Oh, there should be a lot of spark plugs on this side. And yeah, definitely that electrode is wore out. Alright guys, this is as far as I can do on this side. So let me move the camera to the other side. Alright guys, I want to show you a little bit on the other side. I'm not going to do this with the tripod because I want to show you. I got the spark plugs, as you can see here. These are the coils, and I got the oxygen sensors. So these are the new ones. And that's a tool cart that I use every day. I usually keep most of the tools that I need handy, like the cordless ratchets, a couple of the impacts. I got the 3/8, a quarter, and a half inch, and so on. All right, so let me show you the driver's side now. I want to do this by hand so you guys can have a better look of how that looks in there. Okay, hopefully, let me see if I can show. I know it's going to be a little bit of a weird angle for the camera. No, that's not going too well. Let's see if I can move the light for you guys. Yeah, that's okay. So that's how the old ones. I have not removed this one yet. I cleaned as best as I could. I take you over to the one we just replaced before. Set up the light in there. And then get you guys in there so you can see the tube. And that's little silicone that I was mentioning before. So as you can see, it's just a slide coat around. And same thing on the front one. And my hopes are that that is going to help the tube seal. Alright, so let's go back to this side. And I'm going to remove those tubes and set up the oxygen sensors, bring the car down, and work on the throttle body. Again, I didn't want it to show too much on this side because it's just going to be a copy of the other one. So that will just make a video longer for no reason. It's not going to be any extra information for you. So again, let me set everything back and alright guys, before I bring the car down, at least I wanted to show you the driver's side done. So look at the lights so you guys can see. We got the brand new oxygen sensor. The coils are installed. I cleaned them all 'Cause they were just again full of oil and mud and everything. So the bolts are clean. I got everything ready for the other side. I have a dielectric grease in the front too, and I'm ready to install the other side. Again, it's pretty easy, so just wanted to show that this side is done. And that is the side. I'm still waiting on a tool to finish it up. All right, guys, I'm now working on the throttle body. For that, we're gonna need Allen socket, or an Allen number 5. The first thing you need to do is disconnect the throttle body. It has a connector on the bottom. It's just 2 clips, so press and remove. It looks like the rubber is holding it. Let me check a look. The connector is pretty much out, but I can feel something grabbing it. And it's just the wire itself. It has a clip in the back as well. I'll show you when I remove this. Okay, we had 4 Allens and a number 10. It has like a rubber mount because this is a plastic intake. One other thing that I haven't done is also I use this port right here next to the throttle body in order to get the smoke in. So let's put that clamp back on. And that should do it. Now let's remove this. 1 second, guys. Let me go and get a tray. Actually, I got one right here. Put this put that here. Sorry for the noise. Let's see the bottom one. Trying to direct my face to the other side so we don't get that much of a noise in there. If it's too much, I will work that out on the editing. You can see. Now, I'm gonna get the mirror. I don't know how the dentist does it to work with the mirror. It's kind of weird because you see everything backwards. See now. All right, I got that last one out. See if I need to remove that little mount where I can get the total body out. No, I don't need to. So, see how that is inside. Put the throttle body out so I don't drop it. It's not so bad. Definitely it's not. I was hoping to see it worse. Tail line in there, but probably just the way it was welded together when new. What I did with my mirror right here. 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can see that better. Yeah, it's just this. It's a design line. Nothing wrong with it. All right, let me clean the throttle body. For that, I'm going to use a brake cleaner. And let me get something and show you guys how I do this. I'll be right back. All right, we got the throttle body here. So what I usually do, I don't like to spray too much of a brake cleaner onto the throttle body. So let's spray the towel first, and we clean here. You can see right on the plate. That's where this gets usually very dirty. I usually just go around both sides. You can see here it's not sealing right. Obviously, I'm going to open it up to get it perfectly clean. But just to be sure that you understand, you can spray here and here. And obviously on this side, you have to be careful because if you start spraying the brake cleaner there, it's going to get into this bushing and going to dry it up. And in here, it's going to go over to where the electronics are. So you don't want that. Got a small plastic brush. So this is a little hard to do with my hand. Hopefully that shows on the video. I don't know why this light's so dim. Hopefully you guys can see there. That looks better. And that's what I'm trying to do, clean it very nice. And it's nice if you do with a plastic brush. Don't use any metal ones in here. I'm going to just turn it around. One second, guys. Let me go and get a better light so you guys can see more of what I'm doing. Let me move this a little bit so you guys can see that better. Probably perfect. And I got a better light now. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. A better light. I mean, it was with a fresh battery. Just pulse light, rechargeable. No good. One good thing is their lifetime warranty, but I mean, being replacing it all the time is a little bit of a headache. So again, I'm just spraying on the flat area where there's no holes, and then with the brush, reach those points. And we'll finish then to do it with the rag. It's still got some in here. Throw this out. Yeah, use paper rag, especially if you're going to be doing this like me outside. You can just use paper towels, just soak it into the brake cleaner, and then clean here. So that will avoid to be a massive amount of brake cleaner spraying into there. Now this looks very, very nice. We're almost done. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. See, with the rag, you can just squeeze it, and it will release some brake cleaner to clean in there. Now the plate is very clean. Yeah, this is perfect. See, with the plastic brush, or it looks like a wire brush, but it's plastic. It's no scars or nothing that you will do into the throttle body. So that's it, bro. We can now put this back. little bit more in here. I mean, this is like brand new. Make sure this face is clean too, because that's where the gasket will seal, and we're done. Let me set the camera back into the car. Hey guys, sorry, I have already installed the throttle body in there, but for some reason the audio wasn't getting recorded with these air pads. AirPods, you need to make sure it's connected, because sometimes, I mean, it's like inside your ear, because otherwise it doesn't read and disconnects it. So let me just tie this up. Again, this is very simple. It's just, 4 bolts. I think the cleaning is more important to show that installing it. Make sure you tie the 4 bolts, and that's done. Put the ratchet back in where it goes. And now I can connect the plug underneath. All right, the connector is done. Let me get the hose that goes in here. Just a plastic hose. You will see that this goes onto the intake, and this onto the air filter. Actually, I think it's better if I go this way first. Maybe not. Gotta remember how I got it in or out. Yeah, that was the way. Okay, so make sure the clamp is in the right position. I'm gonna spin it. I'll put the filter parts first. I got it in the filter. Wow. Well, that's tight. It's a tight fit. Now I don't want to go in. It's just kind of like it seals myself. It's hard to pull. I'm gonna try to get a better position, because it's a plastic hose. So in here, you have to like hard pull it to the throttle. Okay, we got the hose in. Gotta be careful with these AirPods. I want to just disconnect it for a second. I think it's even 7. I gotta play with the microphone. It got disconnected again. The position of me shaking my head in there. Ow. Thank you. Just grab a piece of me in there. All right, we got the intake hose in. All right. And the other one, I gotta spin it a little. And this one is 8. All right, that's tight. Okay, that will be the end of cleaning the throttle body. My next thing to do is to put these covers. Actually, let me work with the car like this. Get this light off. Let me stop the video, guys. All right, guys, I got the car running. Um, I'm gonna use the information that I already recorded here. Well, at least I did the vehicle. I got the DCI from my hotel connected into the PLC. Again, I got the car running just to let it warm up and go over to see how the fuel trims are. Probably gonna have to turn it off to raise codes. I can definitely hear the car running very smooth. As you can see, we got a lot of smoke coming out of the back. That is completely normal. I mean, I just washed this bar covers, and that allowed a land on the exhaust, so it's definitely gonna have a smoke in there. So we got the diagnosis in here. We go to control unit, DME. Let's read the codes. I'm pretty sure I didn't erase this off. Okay, so like I said, we got P1128 and P1130, oxy and sensing adaptation, idle range, bank 1 and 2. Alright, so we got that. Let's erase the codes. Hopefully it let us do with the engine running. Codes have been successfully erased, and I hear when I did that, the car changed it. No codes detected, that's good. Alright, so let's get actual values and see see what we see. I can see a big difference already on the map. A little soon to say, but for some reason now I got kilograms hour, and before I was having grams per, it was pounds per second. Let me see if I can change that in here. This, okay, that didn't do anything. All right, so nope. Sometimes I'll tell, like, actually, let me. I'm in it, so this is where you're able to change that, but that's not happening. So if I recall, it was 16 to 24 kilograms hour. Let's get the RPM, and then temperature. Oxygen sensor bank 1. Sensor voltage ahead of catalytic converter 1. That's, I think, the one behind the cut. No, I didn't replace that. This resistance, we don't know. We don't need that. Let's check this. And this one too. Now I wanted to see if I can get the pedal position and the throttle valve position. So we got the throttle value and the throttle actual value. Alright, so remember the distance we had before. Of course, I've been into a scanner. I can just show those. Let me get to the pedal. I'm going inside the car, so bear with me. I know it's a little noisy. Sorry for that. I'm gonna focus the camera on the scanner. Hopefully you guys can see the camera better. Okay, that's probably better. The last two beats at the bottom were the ones that were way different. See, I got now 7%. Look at the RPMs on the top. Yeah, it's running really nice now. And the idle is super steady. You can see that on the RPM. And remember, this hasn't done the relearn for all the fuel trims, but I can definitely feel this car like it's like a kitten. Super smooth. I am very pleased with this. I'm gonna turn the car off, and I want to check those pedal position values. Make sure you guys are focusing there. So I just turned the engine off and the ignition back on. I'm gonna focus the camera onto those two last pits. Hopefully I'm not getting too much of a interference in here. Sorry for the shakiness, guys. So I'm going to start pressing the pedal slowly. Let me see if I can get because in the throttle position, I can only get a throttle plate angle. I can get here 1 and 2. Let me see those now. See right there. I put two more pits to see the actual value of the throttle and the potentiometer 1 and 2. So I guess that's the one I should be concerned. And they are, going very smooth in between each other. I was, misspoken before with the pedal value being a concern because it's not happening anything in here. All right, so let me start the car back on. All right, car is running again. Let me go back to, in this case, the concern for us will be oxygen sensors and oxygen sensing in between bank 1 and 2, and map sensor. Again, I don't know why the map sensor was before. I'm pretty positive in the first video was like pounds per second. I have to do a conversion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And now I have kilograms hour. So I know I choose the same menu at start. So I don't know what's happening in here. The engine is very cold. I was looking at that 140 Fahrenheit. But the engine is running very smooth. One thing that I want to do, let me see if I can do this with you guys too. Let me go back. Let's get out of here. I want to go over to OBD2 and see if I can check what the fuel chimes are now. I gotta get out of here completely. Yes, and let me go over to, sorry guys, because of the rear angle, the diagnosis, OBD2. Let's do an auto scan. That is to see what protocol the car uses for communication. Like that, I don't have to go and check for the information. This kind of does it for me. While I'm doing this, I'm going to start the video 1 second. I got the scanner in there. So what I'll be using in here, let's go to leave data. I wish, the European cars will give you more on the On most X, we got short term, long term band one. We can select that, and engine coolant temperature. Nice and closed loop already. Let's grab the RPMs. And probably that's what I was showing you guys. The map sensor in here is in pounds per second, and I don't think we can change that. Yeah, it goes to grams per second and pounds per second, so that's why. Alright, so let's not even worry about that. Let's show the tips that I need to show you guys. Make sure the camera is focusing good. As you can see, the fuel trims are, I mean, you cannot ask for a better thing. I'm gonna accelerate so you guys can see there is actually reading. So as you saw there, I went up to like almost 3,000 RPMs and the fuel trims were just perfect. We got the cutoff, and then come back to normal. You can have in between or no more than 10%. All right, guys, I'm under the car. I'll lift the car up, and just want to make sure that I got no leaks from neither of the sides. Hopefully, you guys can see a little better in there. I think just got focus in there. The camera. You can see now the exhaust is dry. This is the other side. Everything looks very nice and clean in here. So I'm very, very happy. No leaks. Now I can lower the car and close the convertible. Again, it's pretty simple. In this case, what I got to do is, lower the canvas, connect those wires, put the covers on, and lower it down. And I'm going to take this car for a test drive. I will put a comment at the end of this video if everything goes well. If it's not going well, you're going to be watching the process of the repair. But I'm pretty confident of the way the engine is running. This car was very unstable idle, and it's completely a different car now. So if this is the end of the video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the process of the repair. Thanks a lot.